Hello, friends, and welcome back to another Needlessly Nostalgic. I'm one of your hosts, Tyler Nichols, with my other host, Mr. Lance Valchek. Lance, we are on, what is this, episodes 5 and 6 of Midnight Mass, and
yes.
just like I said the last time, I've got some fun little tidbits for you from reading that book. Have you been keeping up with and looking through that little book?
I know I've not. I've been staying up late doing some data entry stuff, so I've not yet. But the good thing is because you have it, I'm like, okay. If I'm slacking, Tyler's he's gonna carry some of the weight here.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure if we touched on this. We could have, but I was reading that Mike Flanagan based a lot of the traits of Riley on himself because Flanagan is like, I don't know, he's like however many years sober. And so when Riley goes to the island, he's 4 years sober. So he brought a lot of the AA stuff is stuff that he went through himself.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Yeah, which I guess it makes sense too as to why Riley gets with Katie Siegel's character.
I mean, like, real quick. Can we just get the I know it's an elephant in the room, as they say, or the elephant in the room. I mean, I think it's so awesome that Mike Flanagan, this kind of pudgy, sweethearted, bald man, is getting such a beautiful, stunning-eyed, amazing actress. Like, it gives me hope. It gives me fucking hope, man. Not that I need hope because I have a beautiful girl myself, but I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it gives you hope for other people. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, it's going to be okay.
Though, I mean, they definitely did meet like before fame found either of them.
For sure. But I'm going to say this, and not that looks are super important for everybody. And I know it's about personality and connection, but this is one of those, it is absolutely about connection, personality, because he's always been kind of this like chubby, balding, you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't have like a hot air that I've seen. So I'm like, the fact that he got her, and she's been beautiful for every picture I've ever seen. So it's not like, I'm just saying that like he was so charming and so sweet and so kind and so cool. And I think that's beautiful, man. That's something to celebrate, you know?
Yeah. And he just wrapped up production on the Carrie miniseries. So I assume
the fucking tower.
I know. Well, but I assume that like based on when they're wrapping that up, that should be like a May release, I would think.
Yeah, I don't know how long post-production takes, but nowadays
it's Carrie.
I mean, yeah, and it's a miniseries, so they theoretically could still be working on episode 10 in post-production by the time episode 1 starts and still have enough time to get it for air.
Dude, that is one thing that doing this job has really taught me, where I'm like, wait a minute. This episode airs in 2 weeks. You guys still don't have a finalized version of it? What in the hell? Because I won't say the name of the TV show. But there was a TV show where it's like they were getting ready to show the fucking, like it premiered like a week later, and I had to watch like unfinished episodes because they did not have even the first episode locked. It's like, holy shit. How is it so last minute with this kind of thing? I don't understand. And then, I mean, obviously there's other places like Amazon seems to have their shit together in a lot of ways. But like I saw the Chucky series, like the 3rd season of that. Right? Yeah. The final 2 episodes were unfinished, which like I'm very grateful because it was very cool to see. But I believe that released weekly, which means it would have been like, just like a month. It would have been like, by the time I saw it, it was like they aired a month later and they still weren't done. It's nuts. You just expect
crunch until the end.
Yeah. Which, there's crunch and seems like there's crunch in video games. So I guess I'm not shocked that there's crunch with TV and movies as well. I guess you just expect a little bit more.
But Flanagan always seems polished no matter what he does. So maybe it helps that he works with the same people. I mean, I didn't look for most of the cast of Carrie. Carrie's I'm going to watch it, but between you and me, as of right now, I don't give a shit. It's just, I want something original by him. I don't care. Or the fucking Tower. Like, that's what I want. I do not want Tower of the Exorcist, but I'm hoping, or at least assuming that when I look at the cast, I'm going to see, Henry Thomas, Carla I don't know how to say her last name. It's something Italian.
Carla Gugino. You're naming all the people that aren't in it.
I'm sorry, Henry Thomas is not in it?
No.
I don't know if I'm watching it then. He's the he's the anchor here, man.
Matthew Lillard is in it. Samantha Sloyan, Miss Bev Keen herself is playing Carrie White's mom.
Right? Yeah, that's good casting. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Katie Sackhoff, who now I'm hoping is then part of the Flanagan repertoire. Rahul Kohli, Michael Trucco, the mayor from Midnight Mass.
Okay, fair enough. Wait, which one's Katie Sackhoff? Why does that name so familiar? What am I?
She's Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But I'm not hearing a lot of the regulars here.
I mean, there was still some like plenty of regulars. There's at least 5 people that he's worked with before.
I mean, I didn't see the one for the kids, the book club. I don't know what the fuck it's called. I forget. Was Henry Thomas in that
Midnight
though?
Club.
That was a Midnight Club.
Yeah, Midnight Club. I don't know. I have no idea if he was in that. Good question. But like this is it's the cinematographer. It's Michael Filmagnari. It's the Flanagan's cinematographer. And Flanagan is directing every single episode. So like,
yeah, but still, there's no Henry Thomas. I'm just saying, like that to me is very surprising. That's the guy. That's the guy that I'm like, okay, where's Mr. Elliott? Okay, I will see. Whatever. Carrie's not my thing anyway. I'll watch it. I'm sure it's gonna be great. But like I said to you, there's things he needs to do first. But
it's not your thing.
I don't know.
It's good.
I think because it was I saw it as, but we talked about this. We did an episode in this. I liked it, but it was too dreamy and 70s for me. I might like the book, and I thought the movie was good, but I'm just saying, like it was never my big thing personally. But who knows? Maybe Flanagan will change it and make me love it.
Yeah, hopefully, because I've got big expectations for it just because it's Flanagan, and I like that story, so I'll be real interested to see what he does with that story. There's just a lot in it that like has a lot of potential in terms of from what we have seen with it. But yeah, let's see. Well, first of all, I understand the vampire rules in this more. I get it now. These episodes have made me completely understand. So you have to die to be reborn and have enough of the vampire blood to revive. So that means Pruitt didn't die in the desert. He was simply close to death, getting fed on. But when he dies in episode 3,
yes,
then he comes back
eating, right?
Yeah, and now he's a full-fledged vampire. Like, okay, because again, last time I was like, why Riley got changed? Like, why did Riley change immediately?
You need more of the blood in you, right? Because the only question I still had is because all the rules make sense except for the drug dealer.
He didn't take communion.
Yeah, so that is the reason, right? That's why everybody else turns. Yeah. Okay.
Yep, and obviously same with what's his name, Robert Longstreet's character. He was not a churchgoer. So
no blood, yeah, just fed and dead.
Yeah. So I think he would have come back had he not, had he actually had some of the blood in him. But yeah, so because that was the thing, like when we ended the last episode, I'm like, okay, if these next 2 episodes I don't understand, I'm doing a further deep dive to try and figure this out because I need to know the rules. I need to understand the rules more. And I feel like now I completely understand the rules. And I think that over the next 3 episodes, it'll make even more. It follows it completely to the point where it's like, okay, this makes sense to me.
And these are 2 brilliant episodes, man. 2 brilliant episodes.
Yeah, it's so good. So we'll start off episode 5, Gospel, which we obviously saw at the end of the last episode. Riley gets attacked by the angel and is getting his blood drained as Pruitt shuts the door. So then to start off with photos of Riley as a kid is so brutal. Because I remember I watched when I initially watched the show, I'm pretty sure I watched almost if it wasn't all done in one setting, then it was 2 settings, or 2 sittings, I should say. I binged through this. I was so into it. So then having that like, oh my God, Riley's gone. And then like, oh, we get to see him as a kid. Oh God.
I like when they show photos just because that's when the like behind the scenes fan of me cuts in. Cause I'm like, okay, like seeing like, okay, we're digitally facing in here. Because they show like a bunch of family photos, so I'm correct. And it's like young Harry Thomas, young, it's like, oh, okay. It's cute how they do it. And for the most part, pretty well. Though, as I have it paused, it's like the Linklater, or not Linklater. Is it Linklater? Hamish? God, I hate these fucking names. Hamish? Is it Ham or I'm saying Ham. Hamish. I'm going to use my hard A.
Hamish.
Hamish?
That's how like that name is in normal, but like obviously everyone's name is different in terms of what they don't have to always follow, like the names don't always have to follow the rules, but yeah, it's usually Hamish.
Linklater and young Zach Gilford, like it's cute. It's cute. It's just one of those, like, you're not supposed to see too long. It goes by, but you're right. It's a cool way to start the episode because it's like, it shows you like, that he's either dead or fucked, pardon my French, but we're showing the relationship as a kid. And they get into, I believe, that exact conversation in this episode beautifully about essentially like him being a kid and going to Pruitt and having this little moment.
Yeah. And like, it's interesting that no one's ever like, Lisa's never like, hey, Mom, Dad, you look younger. Where's the salt and pepper in your stash, Father?
No. In fact, it just comes from Father Paul or Monsieur. These are my fucking names in this. We're going to call Pruitt.
Pruitt's.
Monsieur. I like Monsieur or Monsieur. I think it's such a classy Monsignor. I like that name. I would be called Monsignor. Yeah. He basically calls it out himself. I believe it's. I think it's this episode or maybe episode 5. But regardless, like it's the one time in the show they actually address it in dialogue, but nobody else does. Whereas like your younger bodies, look at you. It's just like nobody else is like, Dad, you have no wrinkles.
Yeah. It's like you don't realize how young you're looking. Especially, and I mean, it's all. I think the most obvious is the old lady, like his Pruitt's mistress. But now Alexandra Eso, I cannot remember. Oh, Mildred Gunning. Like she's clearly absolutely. the biggest example of it.
She's talking to her daughter, and she's up, and she's like, "Oh, I haven't worn this in years. This fits." And the daughter, is it Doctor? It's the doctor that I think Sarah is just like like it's like she's the one noticing right away. She's what the
Yeah, because she also, it's not just an appearance thing with her. She notices with the mental side, because obviously she's been taking care of her mom for so long and it's been this degradation. And now she's suddenly seeing these like improvements, and it's crazy improvements. We're like, holy shit. Like how? Yeah, how are we seeing
She's
these?
like trying to send blood and stuff. Yeah, and I like that she has like a scientific mind about it.
Yeah.
Where she's just like more suspicious as one would be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is really a very Riley-centric episode because, like, the beginning, it's all just about them trying to figure out where he is. What's her, Aaron going around, like going to Hassan, going to the Flynn's, just to try and figure out where Riley is. Which then, obviously, for anyone, it's like, oh, Riley's off the wagon. Like Riley clearly is on a bender. Yeah. It's not this thought of like, oh, there's actually something bad happened to him. It's nope, he did something stupid. He fucked up, and no one really takes his disappearance seriously. Except for Aaron, because obviously Aaron's actually been like talking to him and knows that he wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, she visits the sheriff and she says, she like puts a punctuation in this line that like where he basically says, well, maybe he's off on a bender, off doing this. How do you know he's missing? And she's like, he promised he'd come see me. And he's like, yeah, but how do we know? He promised he'd come see me. Like she sticks with that, and her delivery of it's like, no. He said he would come and see me. He did not. There is an issue. And I'm like, I like that. That's there's something sweet about that because she's like his biggest defender. Like you're right. In the same episode, the Henry Thomas character like flips out in front of his younger son. He's like, damn it. Like we tried. I don't understand. Like I don't know him. And it's like, it's kind of sad. It's not played necessarily sad, but it's sad as in like, oh, you just think you just think you go to your son's a loser. Like you had hope, but you immediately go back to, and I get it because he fucked up. Though, it's like, I think that's the whole character where this super religious family in town and the dad specifically, like, not abandons his son per se, but doesn't have his back because of his religious background. That's really what this is. And so he doesn't have faith or think anything. He's just like, nope, my son fucked up again. He's a loser. He went right back to that after all the progress that's happened in the first handful of episodes. And it's telling.
Yeah. When is it just me, or is there not nearly enough resistance to the idea of a midnight mass? Like that is so damn late.
It's funny you said that. I thought the same thing. Like I know they're religious, but there could have been a 7 o'clock mass, an 8 o'clock mass. And I'm not saying that's early.
5 a.m. mass, I think they would have been more open to.
But he goes straight to midnight, like the latest you can be. And, this isn't a young town. I think the only way it sells is because they're all basically witnessing miracles. But even then, it's like, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like there probably should have been a couple lines of like, Pruitt, from Bev, like there's being some pushback, some grumblings, and not that they needed it, but I kind of agree. All these old people are just like, yeah, midnight's good. It's like, bitch, you would have been in bed by 6.
Especially like there's children. There's like these little like 7, 8-year-olds that are going to mass. It's like, okay, there's got to be this thought of like midnight's late, especially for them. Midnight's late for me. Like I'm a 34-year-old man, and I'd even be like, you're fucking with my whole sleep schedule if you want me to go praising Jesus at fucking midnight.
I've been to midnight mass for, I think Christmas is midnight. Maybe it's Easter, whatever the one it is.
Yeah.
Throughout my life. And it's like, I've never at any time in my youth been like, all right, cool, let's go. It's like by the time it's midnight, I'm done. I was a kid and I was like, I'm chill. Like, I don't want to go out.
Yeah, you do bring up a good point though. I guess there is precedent to it. Like there is midnight mass for Christmas. So I guess it's just like, well, we're just doing it now for reasons.
Forever.
Yeah.
Forever. We're just now a party town, dude.
Yeah. Like, get ready for your crazy nights. But then I feel like you can start seeing it with like Pruitt's speech at the midnight mass, like his little sermon, that's what they're called. You can you start seeing like various members of the congregation starting to like question the message. Obviously Mildred is like, she's the major one because she like literally storms out and is like, that's not, I don't know that man. That's not the man I know. But even you see Henry Thomas, he has that look on his face of like, what the fuck is this guy saying?
And it's like, such a good little, I don't want to say monologue per se, but whatever you consider it. Fire and brimstone, talk about armies and essentially like there will be, it'll get bad, it'll get violent, but like, it's a very general-ish speech, like to go to war. And I think Linklater or Hamish, what the fuck his name is, just does such a good job. It's like, it made me nervous hearing it. I was like, oh, it's beautifully done. And it is like riveting, but it's scary. But it's like just scary enough where it's like, yeah, anybody with any critical thinker would be like, this is dangerous. But to me, all I kept thinking is like, this is like how extremism and cults, I think, really work. Because it's like, if you're buying in, that shit gets you motivated.
Yeah. I mean, it had that moment, like for me, because I've been like, well, Pruitt's still, I wouldn't completely call him a bad guy. This was the speech where I'm like, no, he's a bad guy. This is some like rounding up bad people kind of messaging, and like we're gonna take them. Things are gonna get violent. We're like, ooh, yeah. Let's talking about soldiers. Yeah, like soldiers in the war, and yeah, there's a lot of red flags if I was in that congregation, I'd be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about right now? But also, it makes you wonder too. Wonder how much would like them having blood and like that blood in them makes them susceptible to this kind of stuff. Though I guess Mildred would be the most susceptible because he's obviously given her a shit ton because she's very much like going down this path. Like she has the most de-aging, so she clearly has a bunch of the vampire blood in her. But she's very immediately like, no, I don't know that man. I don't agree with this. So it's interesting.
No, I think it's more that these people have seen the miracle and they're to me this is such a who's the cult guy that made him drink the Kool-Aid? I can't think of his name right now. He had the cool glasses.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, like that to me is more like these people are now just like, no, whatever he says. Yeah, obviously there's some people that are doubting it a little, but I feel like he's commanding them in more of a, you've seen what I could bring, what I can do. And that and so the message is more like, are you on my side or not? And they're like, well, of course, but this girl is walking after being, paralyzed.
Yeah.
I'm assuming people in their heads are like, I look a lot younger. They have to. I mean, you and me both. It's like, we're not like vain people, but like, I notice like a freckle or like a, little bit of a line. It's like, there's no way these people aren't noticing how goddamn good they look.
Yeah.
Pardon my French.
And this is also making me realize too, Erin did not go to midnight mass because she was worried about Riley. She fell asleep on the couch because that's when Riley comes up to her, like knocks on the door. Because that's when it's like that moment where you're like, oh fuck, Riley's not dead. That means he's a vampire. Oh no.
Yeah, and the first time I saw it, I remember thinking the first thing I thought was, oh, this is where the kill. I'm stumbling over my words. This is her death. Yeah, this is like, because I was like, oh, they could kill her. They could at this point easily. It's not something that would like change the show. It would just like change the trajectory of the story I thought was happening. And obviously it's the old switcheroo. Yeah, but 100% first thing I thought was like, oh shit.
They're setting it up. Flanagan is very purposefully because we then obviously get a flashback where it's Pruitt kind of explaining all this stuff to him, and it really does seem like Pruitt has convinced Riley, and that like something like oh, so Riley needs is there's something of like you need someone else, like you need your person, you need something where it's like very clearly going to be Erin. So then it's like, oh, and they go out in the boat like that, which then it's like, oh, she's trapped out on the boat, and which she even acknowledges and is like, you got me out here, like I have no place to go. But then obviously Riley's like, no, this is for me, so I have no place to go.
I brought it up before, but I really want to bring it up again. The eyes in this episode, how they do the glowing eyes. I was looking for flaws, like actively looking for flaws in it. It's done perfectly. I do not know. It has to be a lens and a light. It can't be CGI. If it is, it's the best I've ever seen, because the way Riley's moving and he's looking different things, it's like the way it happens. I'm like, dude, it's flawless.
Yeah. Dude, they 100% did contact lenses for the glowing eyes. Like, it's not CGI. You can tell, like, when the preacher's talking to Riley on the ground, it's like, it's the, what were we talking about before? The Blade Runner effect?
Blade Runner, yeah.
Yeah, that's, which, again, why the fuck, like, Salem's Lot? Why are they using CGI eyes? Like, we've very clearly, they know the way to do the glowing eyes. Just do it.
And I love it. And just in terms of how to tell good storytelling and how to tell a story, I love that, obviously, it brings you on the water and it's like, I'm going to tell you something and you're not going to believe me, but yada, yada, yada. And then we just get the flashback. We just get this beautiful conversation. It's just, it's Pruitt and Riley having a meeting, and it's like complete honesty. I think it's one of my favorite moments of the whole series where it's like, no, complete honesty. And and it's like this aggressiveness. Like you said,
he's mad.
I guess bad guy. Yeah. Where he's like, fuck what he said. He said, you've lied. I've taken this. When he asked, it's like, I don't feel bad for killing, what's his face? Yeah, there's his name right now. My big bearded friend.
Robert Longstreet. I can never
Longstreet,
remember his character.
I'm bad at names in general, but it's like, whatever. And he's like, how does that make you feel? And he's like angry. And he screams like, no, like I've let you lie long enough. How does it make you feel? And he goes like, jealous. And it fucking beautiful, man. Such a great conversation. And he just digs it out of him. Because of course, Riley killed somebody as well. And it's haunted him daily. And all he wants is to feel the same way as Pruitt. He's like, no, I don't feel guilt at all. And obviously Pruitt ties it to God, but that feeling of like, no, I don't live with this regret like you do. This weight on my chest.
Yeah.
Oof, great.
Yeah. Him exploding like on Riley is just such a good moment. And it's crazy too. You kind of forget of how much it is. I don't know, 20 minutes of just Riley, and it might even be more than that. Might be closer to a half hour of just Riley and Monsignor talking.
It's the best. What's oh my God? I'm so bad today. What's the word for an information dump in a movie? Exposition. It's the best way I've seen exposition done. Maybe not the best, but one of the best ways I've ever seen exposition. I've seen exposition delivered. It did, because all this is explaining rules, what's happening, why it happened, and what will happen next. And never do I feel like, oh, this is just how they have to get it out. Like I'm completely engaged. It's just a conversation. Because even exposition that I don't hate or even sometimes like, I could easily admit it's like, oh, this is where we explain the rules. Yeah. I think they did it very well, but it to all in my mind, I'm thinking it's like, well, we got to get the rules out real quick. I didn't even think that this entire time. I had to go back and be like, oh yeah, we just got the information dump of exactly how everything's going to work in verbally, but done so well that you don't even notice you're getting it because it's just done in this amazing chess match of conversation.
Yeah. And the whole time you think that Pruitt has spoken and like gotten across to him. And I also want to talk about too, I love the glowing quality that they add to like the blood, like that Riley can see he can essentially see the veins, but it's not just like this X-ray thing. It's like this red glow.
Oh, you mean when he looks at like a human's neck, like the jugular vein, right?
Like
That's what you're talking about?
Yeah. Bev literally shows him her neck.
Yeah. He's like, no, it's okay. I got him. Come closer. Oh, a little closer. And and it like draws him in. And I like it because it's like, it's not subtle, I should say, but it's, I don't want to say tastefully done. I'm looking for a word. Like I think it's clever. It's clever how it's done because again, you're right. It just, it seems a bit mystical, but it's just essentially showing you the jugular vein in a way, but it also kind of matches how they see the stars and how lights, like it's like pretty.
Yeah. I love, because there's that moment where Riley first leaves the church and you can see the different like light posts, and there's just that glow around it. It looks beautiful. Kind of looks like like what lights look like when you're on shrooms. Yeah.
There's a bit of a shroominess to it, and I think I like that. That's sort of the vampire POV because it does then lend itself to how a man of God could see that being a divine thing, as opposed to like in other movies where it could be more red, or you can make it scary, but they make it seem like mystical, and I like that aspect of it. It's like, oh no, with the right mindset, they hear and feel, and even Pruitt explains, it's like you're going to see and hear things that you've never heard and seen before. You're going to taste things different. It's going to be this beautiful heavenly experience, and it's like the vampire POV seems alluring to me.
Yeah, it's like you're born anew. Yeah, there's everything about that. And because then they even show at one point like Riley goes home, and it shows him essentially, it's like looking at his parents and his brother, which we then find out in the next episode as to why he was there. But at this point it seems kind of ominous, like
they're setting it up like, oh,
because it's showing him looking at the blood, like, because then it's smart. Like Flanagan's very smart about what he's letting you know and what he's not. So
because what do we do after that? We know he's with Aaron, so we're setting up. Oh, he was drawn, but he's not going to kill his mom. He's not going to kill his dad. He's not going to kill his brother. He's going to kill the woman that he's connected. Like it's just a bait and switch, but it's done well, and it's not, like you said, it's not something that. Now we look back and like, well, it does make sense. It was just a cool little red herring. It's like, no, he was leaving them notes.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was saying goodbye.
Yeah. Which is, absolutely brilliant. And like, I love too, Flanagan is smart in that because we're waiting like the sun to hit and suddenly him to like light on fire. Like you're waiting for that moment, especially when it does the shot of Riley and the sun goes over him and you're like, wait, why is it not happening? Why is it not? And then he like looks across and it's the girl that he ran over. That then
and she's normal, and
yeah,
it's like it's a forgiveness. Yeah, that's fucking that makes you teary eyed.
Yeah, Flanagan read I've read what Flanagan said about it too, where he stated that she's not a ghost. She's just a like Riley thinking on like Riley's guilt until he says that he totally is okay with the interpretation of this being how Riley ascends, and that like she's like she essentially is like she's an angel bringing him up, okay, which I like that. It's like he's getting his peace in some kind of way, which then obviously, because you're kind of just like waiting for some kind of explanation as it's happening, and then it just cuts and like he's
hard cuts.
On fire. She's fucking Aaron's screaming, and like her scream goes throughout the credits too.
That's the best artistic decision I've ever heard or not ever heard, but one of my favorite artistic examples, because what I love about that, and I even said it last night, is that you're right. One, I didn't take it as a ghost person. I just took it as like him finally forgiving himself. Like that's him finding peace where he's like, I can look at her and you know, whatever. And then the hard cut the fact that it cuts to black, but then it makes you stay with it. It forces you to stay with it. You could turn it off, but the fact is that if you don't, you are now, even without seeing it, feeling her pain. Yeah. And I'm like, it's sadistic. It's mean. It's beautiful. It's just like, holy shit. You kill off what you think is the lead of the show, essentially.
Yeah.
And then make me sit with its death. Or his death, I should say. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's like, dude, because you could have just scream, cut to credits, and it would have been just as effective. I would have been just like, oh my God, I'm shaking. But the fact that we sit with the waves, the boat, and her just fucking losing it still, it's like, and yeah, she gets her moment even without having to see it.
Yeah, I hope
like mourning her friend.
I hope that if Flanagan ever has issues with like, if there's ever like an exec who's like, no, we don't want your wife for this role, I hope he just shows them the scene. It's like, no, we want her.
I mean, listen, Sherry Moon Zombie can't act. I don't hate her as a person, and I think, you know, or maybe as Baby for one movie was fine, but it's like, you're not an actress. This is, and I feel bad because it's like you have the complete 180 from Zombie and Sherry Moon to like Flanagan and Kate. Where it's like that. This is when it works. This is when your wife should be in everything. She should be in everything you do. It'd be foolish if he didn't put her in something. I'm like, you're an idiot. Are you fucking stupid? She's one of the best actresses around. She's beautiful. She emotes like nobody. She has these eyes that draw you in. You're not going to use her.
Yeah, I will say though, it wasn't until Midnight Mass where I was finally like, okay, yeah, he can use her in everything. She's amazing. It's like
there was sell you in Haunting Hill House.
She was good, but like I feel like this was just that next level where I'm like, oh, she can play whatever you need from her, and you can get a good performance. And then like, I mean, House of Usher, she's different. She's like her character's kind of like a bitch, and like, or I'm like, okay, this. She
everybody's just like such a piece of shit in that. Yeah, that's an interesting story of that. Yeah. But no, this is her. This is her Oscar role. If TV shows got Oscars, that's what I think of this.
I believe it's called an Emmy.
Yeah, but Emmys are kind of corny to me. Like I don't feel the same.
Agreed. So I think Emmys are still like the big
she should have got an Oscar. Yeah. There should be performances on TV that transcend and hop the Emmy and get nominated for an Oscar. This is it. I mean, I'm not saying this exact scene. For me, it's either or of her talking about death. Like both those scenes have made me cry, and it's like that to me is what I'm like. God, give her whatever she wants.
Yeah, I agree. Did a great job. Well, that's all. That's gospel. Now let's talk episode 6, Acts of the Apostles. which, yeah, they set up the apostles like during this show. And for some reason, it's like, I think all the episodes except for this one are just like the one word title. But obviously we get,
I never, might be right.
Yeah. Cause then we get Acts of the Apostles, which, yeah, I don't have an issue with that. But also I just realized from looking at the IMDb, oh wait, they're all top rated, but these are the 2 top rated episodes of the show.
This is the episode I remember very specifically that I'm a grown adult. I don't get scared ever. I don't. I guess the best I could do is get a little uneasy. And I think that to me is I love that feeling. I always say like, I could tell something's effective when like I have to pee in the middle of the night and I'll turn like the light on. That to me is where I'm like, oh, it's because the back of my brain thinks something's fucking here. And I love it. I don't love it at the time, but like the next day I'm always like, ooh, good.
Yeah.
This is a one episode out of the whole series that had moments of unease. And and even this time, Rob, I got nervous a little. And I think that's to me the biggest compliment I could ever give, because I'll say heart and soul, you can make me cry if you know good writing, good acting, and you have a good score. But to get me uneasy is very hard because it's not something that I go to a lot. And this episode had that. Yeah. And I think because like I'm probably afraid of cults, I'm afraid of not being able to leave, and I'm afraid of like not getting away. And this cuts you off. And I think they did such a good job.
Yeah. I mean, and I forgot so much about this episode that it's going to feel redundant to say that over and over. So I'll stop myself from saying that. But like, I forgot. So damn near every element that I'm going to be mentioning from this episode, I totally forgot or misremembered how it happens, which I should also state too. Riley going up in flames in the last episode, I didn't realize happened so early in the series. For me, I was like, oh, that's the last episode. It's like, nope. Shit. Yeah,
I didn't forget they started with her in the boat, and I like that. I think that's respectable, because any of the show, and honestly, not a complaint, would start, essentially she'd be back. Maybe pulling the boat up, maybe in her house holding like a cup of coffee, kind of shaking. But this is like, no, we're starting right back and having her basically decide what she's going to do. And I kind of like that we have to sit with her. It's like, oh, we don't get to cheat. We don't get to kind of skip ahead. We're right where we left her. And I think that's a fun little moment to play around with.
I think I'm taking that rowboat and I'm going to mainland. I don't think I'm going back to the island.
Fuck no. She has nobody there.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. She has nobody. Like, yeah, they're her neighbors. But it's, how about this? Hey, Tyler, house is on fire, right? You grab your, I don't know, like, I don't know your thing, but it's like, okay, I grab the missus, the pets, the pizza pans, the Dreamcast, and then I'm out. I don't go and fucking get the neighbor. It's like, God bless, good luck. And I wish you health and happiness. Hope you survive this. I'm not going back to down for a minute. Now, I get it. She's a kind person. Mm-hmm. She has connection. And again, she's a better person than me, but no, I would have been in mainland 20 minutes. I would have been like, oh, fair enough. There's fucking monsters on that play. I'm going to go away from the monsters. How about that?
Well, it's interesting too that it's like Pruitt can feel Riley is dead and gone.
Dead? Yeah. I like that. Yeah, like there's something missing. It's a connection that, and how he portrays it. It's like a sadness. I'm like, oh, yeah. Like he feels empty. And I'm like, oh,
because it's his first, like, he's finally getting an indicator of like, maybe what I'm doing isn't right. Because Riley was just trying to do good, like trying to atone for what had happened 4 years ago. And he decided that he wanted to be gone. Like he would rather kill himself than go down this path. So it's like, maybe this isn't the right path. Yeah. Then Bev is just like, he squandered his gift. Fucking bitch. I
mean, this episode is, I forgot that Bev has I think a brilliant monologue. I think it's her best moment when I think they're arguing about that. And she basically, or he's arguing with, I'm sorry. Is it this episode where she argues with Riley, or is that the last? I don't know.
That was last episode. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then real quick, the last episode has the best Bev monologue ever, where she basically says like, she uses how the sun hurting you in Revelations, how it's preparing you can't go out, it's preparing for darkness. And it's just this tie to the Bible that is so fucking well done. And yeah, just makes her the best villain, dude. The best villain. So I'm sorry, but Bev is and even this episode, we'll get into it, but I think one of my favorite moments is later in the episode when Bev's in the church when shit's going down. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
When Aaron even goes to Hassan to be like, he's like, this bad shit is happening. It's happening at the church. Hassan had to be like, these people look at me like I'm Osama fucking bin Laden. You think that I am gonna like do these things? But like her warning, because it's the whole thing where it's like, you don't have a gun? You don't carry a gun? So then it's like, that's like a light bulb for him of like, oh, I need to carry a gun.
Well, that's Dr. Sarah. Because Aaron goes,
yeah, you're right.
But that's a great thing because he gives the whole speech about like him becoming a cop. I mean, we get basically the sheriff's whole entire background. And again, it's exposition dump, but it's done so brilliant because essentially we get to know why this character's here. Because if you think about it, up until this point, he's new, and for a town that's so small and tight knit, it is kind of like a why is he here?
Yeah, and
we really haven't tied in that. I mean, like it could have been something they don't explain, and it wouldn't necessarily be bad. But it does leave a little bit of like, but why though? Why is this fucking guy here? And you're right though. You don't carry a gun, and that's the line that makes him bring the gun to church at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, which is fucking brilliant. It's so well done. And like I love that the Gunnings and Aaron are all like, we're getting on the ferry, we're getting the fuck out of here. Like we're leaving. We're going to the mainland. Like we're done with this.
So that's one of the parts that actually made me very uneasy. Because they're at the thing and like, well, where's I don't know what the boat's name is. They have a fun name, like the ferry or whatever. Where's that? And then my other bearded friend, which I don't know who that guy is. I really like him. Like there's something so kind about him, but also,
he has like a
trustworthy.
Yeah, he has like a dummy quality to him, but it's not like he's saying like, but he still comes across like it's like, oh, he's just like a follower. Like,
yeah, like he's the kind of guy that, when I know we talked about it earlier, the cult guy with the Kool-Aid. I don't know if you know this, but when everybody's drinking the Kool-Aid and a lot of it was forced, they had people with guns surrounding, so anybody that ran would get shot. And it's like he feels like that guy who's like he's not going to force you to do something, but like if it comes down to you escaping or you doing something against the cult leader, he will kill you. And he's there dismantling all the boats, and they know it. And he's kind of trying to play it off, but he's like you said, he has a dummy quality, so he's not selling it like a brilliant, he's acting brilliant, like the character in the show. He's just like, it'll be here tomorrow. And she's like, oh, you're servicing all the boats right now? He's like, yeah, and he has the fucking like the engine part in his hand. It's like, Sturge. He's making sure nobody leaves. Sturge, I like him a lot. He has a beautiful moment in the next episode we will get to that I think makes me cry. But in this episode, it's like he's the guy going around making sure that nobody will leave, and that fucking gets to me. That you want to know what scares me? That there's no way off the island. They know it. He's basically sitting there destroying all the other boats, and it's this like realization of we're not getting off.
Yeah.
So we don't know what's going to happen, but we can't leave. And I'm like, oh man.
His real name is Matt Bedell, and yeah, he's a full-fledged Flanagan guy after this. He's in Midnight Club, Fall of House of Usher, Life of Chuck. Didn't even realize.
No. Is he? I wonder if he's not bearded all the time. This seems like a real beard.
Yeah, once you go to his IMDb, he looks so different without the beard, and he looks like a little skinnier too. So
I got to be honest. I feel like he should have that beard at all times.
Yeah, that's a fucking great beard. It has to be a real beard though. Like but I'd be disappointed if it wasn't.
Who is this fucking handsome man? I want the chubby bearded man back.
Wait a minute. Yeah, looks like he's sitting at the table. Is he one of the ushers? There's no way.
That's like the usher's like the kid that kind of looks like him. He's the guy that he's too big and old. The usher has to be a kid.
Yeah, Bill T. William Wilson. Bill T. What's his name in Fall of House of Usher? And so I was like, wait a minute, because he's sitting at the table with the other usher. So I was like, wait a minute. I think he must.
Oh, sorry. When you said usher, I thought you meant like an usher in the Catholic Church. Like I was like, I think those are kids, bro.
Oh no, I was talking about House of Usher.
I gotta watch it again. I've only seen it once. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but
same. I mean, I love that show. Might be another candidate for something that we cover on here. It's that good. But no, I really like Sturge. I mean, Sturge in general, he's, there was a moment because so obviously they do this whole thing where they're doing the whole Easter vigil, and I kept waiting for the bearded guy, like for Sturge to come back and kill Ali. Like for some reason in my brain, because like Ali's up there, he's right in front of Sturge. I'm like, oh, this is what happens in front of Hassan. Like the guy fucking eats his son right in front of him. It's like, nope, he fucking stupid Ali drinks the goddamn Kool-Aid.
He does, and that whole Midnight Mass scene is one of the most just unsettling things because it's beautiful looking, but we know. Because, I think when it first starts, we do the pan, or at one point we do the pan, it's all the cups, and then it pans right to all the poison from earlier in the season that we know that Bev's been keeping on top. Yeah. Also, the
I'll candle it too.
I think that's what makes it so pretty. But when Pruitt brings back his gold, his gold thing, and explains why it's so brilliant. And the fucking vampire coming in like the same garb is one of the, I think the most visually unsettling things I've ever seen. Like I think it's very beautiful. And again, how they shoot it, he's like not focused a ton, but I think what I really like about it is that they play it as a monster, but he's clearly super intelligent, but he never speaks because clearly, he's wearing it on purpose. He's wearing it because he's playing into Pruitt. I in no way believe that this angel is following Pruitt. I think the angel is like, oh, this dumb asshole thinks I'm one of him. I'll put on this fucking shirt. Sure.
Yeah. And
he walks in. I don't know. That's one of the best scenes in the show.
Yeah. How he can further manipulate manipulate both Pruitt and the people. He knows that this is what he needs to do. It's so well done.
Like the monster knows that he not only I get saved, but it's like, this guy's bringing me more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he's pretty much getting a little army. But I got to ask, does Ali come across as a bit of a dummy to you throughout the season? Because he seems like just the dumbest character throughout, where it's like he's never listening to his dad. He's always just like, I want to go to church. I want to go do this stuff.
Yes. But I would say, though, like, he's like teenagers are dumb. I was dumb, so I get it. Like, though, so he's like, he's what's the word I'm looking for? When you go against anything your parents say, he's being like rebellious.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's fine. I know part of me is like, dude, like, I guess just because his father, like, what's his name? The sheriff is just such a cool, chill, well-rounded guy. Like me right now, I can't relate to the teenager at all. I am very annoyed. I don't want to be like, you fucking deserve it. You deserve it.
Yep.
But essentially you got your dad killed, you dumb asshole.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially with how he acts. Where it's like, dude, come on. What the fuck is happening right now? Which then, when he pulls out the gun and shoots Pruitt in the head, like, I feel like, but I feel like it seems like that finally allows Pruitt to see what he's doing wrong.
It does. Because he's on there, because that's when Bev's like basically changing his orders, and he's like realizing it in real time, but he can't because he's healing slow, not slow, but it's going to take him a minute to kind of get back. And she's like, no, open doors, let him out. And he's sitting there like, oh. And I think, what's his name? Linklater does a great job of conveying sort of disappointment and fear with just minimal movement.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, what a fucking terrible piece of shit is Bev Keane. Like, she's not even taking part in the Kool-Aid or being fed on in the church. And it's like the only reason she actually turns is because she's shot. It's like probably wouldn't have happened any other way. She would have been like the one that's not. Like, she's like, oh, I'm holier than thou.
But isn't that brilliant that she's the one that is essentially leading this? Like, I'm pretty sure it was her who said, it's time, Pruitt, it's time. Like, she's kind of pushing Pruitt to like, now's the time that we got to show him. We got to show him, we got to do it. It was obviously her idea of the poison because she knows about it. And in the moment that, because she was jealous of Riley being turned, and obviously there's a lot of jealousy in her because she's just holier than thou. But I think one of the best decisions that Flanagan's ever done is that in the moment where, okay, you're religious, you believe in this is your fucking time. She's hiding in the back like a coward. I remember like the feeling I first saw when I saw that was like this immense anger of like, oh, you. But do we not get the best scene with Aaron where she's like, I'll go in 5 minutes. She fucking shoots her. And it's like, it's one of those awesome 80s one-liners.
Yeah.
I guess we got 5 minutes.
Dude, and it works so well. Like, there's so many instances where that kind of thing could not work, but it just works. This moment, like with how quickly she shoots her and how like everything about it. Well, like it doesn't even come across as cheesy.
Because we hate her, Bev, so much that it's like we needed that fuck you moment, and we never got it so far. That is the first time, because you wanted that chick to be slapped and punched and shot since we knew she poisoned the dog. Really before, even when she was just before she poisoned the dog, I'm like, I can see her dead. Yeah. By this point, you're boiling because she's hiding, and it's such a. I mean, it's not played necessarily for laughs, but it is that like they kind of stop. They hold a beat to let you know, like, I guess we got 5 minutes. It's like,
Well, there's that moment where the mayor attacks the girl, and then
the child.
Well, no, not.
Oh, the blonde,
like the blonde woman. Because then when the feeding starts happening, and then it shows the mom with her 2 young kids, like just like huddled in the mid, and you're just like, oh no.
Great thing to show. Like, and it like some people are innocent. Some people are just kind of, they're not innocent, but like not everybody is completely in the cult.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and then there's also a great moment where it's like a dad and his son. And the son drinks the Kool-Aid, like he just like does it quickly, and the dad immediately like he like tries to stop him, and it's like just this little moment that like even because obviously kids are just susceptible to stuff, and they'll an adult's saying to do this, I'll do this, not even thinking about what those actions actually would result in. So it's there's so much that just works so well in that, and then fucking Henry Thomas like getting caught behind, kind of.
You think he's gonna live, and he gets caught. Yeah, it's which is sad, but it's one of those like I'm glad there was some consequence.
Yeah.
To just not that he deserved it per se, but it's consequence of like wrong place, wrong time. You were a little too judgy. I was kind of not happy to see, but I think it's a great moment.
Yeah.
That essentially just overrun. And to go back to your point, I finally remember the name, Jim Jones. And the reason I want to say that is because I remember watching a documentary, and it kind of altered me. My whole life drinking the Kool-Aid, I remember thinking like, I mean, I don't really feel bad for a bunch of people that were brainwashed to drink Kool-Aid like that. Like, no offense. My empathy has to lie other places. I don't have enough of it to feel bad. That's what I thought as a teenager. Yeah. Then when I watched the documentary, I realized that, like, a lot of people were forced at gunpoint, or a lot of people were forced to give their kids the Kool-Aid first. And they're basically, well, if your kid's dead, you're more likely to kill yourself. And so all I could think is like, when the kid drank the Kool-Aid first, it's like the dad will absolutely do it because he just watched his son die. It's like, that is very Jim Jones. And I think this whole scene is very influenced by it, but it's like, it's that the mental manipulation that, I mean, I would have loved this as a teenager, but I do think there's certain things that I don't have kids, but now that I'm older, like there's that emotional thing that was a quick scene. Like you said, it wasn't really a big focus. That's something that I won't think would have stuck with me as much if I saw this, at 18. I think this is definitely a maturity level that, like, there's a lot of things like that, or like the huddling of the 2 kids with the mom, where I'm like, that I didn't notice before, but it stuck with me this time.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of just little moments that Flanagan's just so fucking good. Just so fucking good. And then it all being candlelit. Because that's another thing. Fucking Sturge took out the power in the whole island. Like, and and then he also trapped everyone on the island. They fucked with all the boats.
Cell phone, boats. That's what's so scary to me. Like, that's what makes this episode so nerve-wracking. And then obviously after all that, before the church mass, but after we know that he's sealed them all on the island, they basically all walk down the road holding candles, singing some sort of hymn, and people come out and join them. It's like something about that that actually made me nervous. The first time I saw that, I was like, oh, fuck. I was thinking, like, where would I hide? That's all I was thinking. Where could I hide that I wouldn't die? That's all I could think about. It's like, well, I don't think anywhere.
Because like the angel attacks Mildred, takes her, fucking just flies off with her. And then Bev is like, lock the doors. Then that was the moment where I'm like, wait a minute. I know that there's people that get out of this. How the fuck do they get out of this?
Through the back, man. Through the back.
Yeah. Like, thank God. Which then it's like there's those moments where you don't even have time to think. Everything is just happening so much. Like, cause I will say, like, Midnight Mass as a show, it can be a bit of a slow burn. Like first episode, that's a lot of setup, but then
first couple, I'll be honest.
Yeah, like it's setting up a lot of stuff, but there's so much happening in this, and the payoff is so grand that it's, if anything, it's hard to keep up at points. We're like, damn, this is that. That's why I keep saying of like, oh, I didn't realize when certain things had happened because they happened in like there's so much going on in this show.
And a lot of this episode, I think why it's good is because it's a lot of payoff, but it's also like we're finally like having the conversation because it's all this setup, it's all this set of like mythology. We know what's going on as the viewer, or at least we have an idea. Now it's like, okay, now it's fully into the story of a vampire.
Yeah.
And this could have been the end, right? I mean, let's be honest. Like I know it continues on, but it's like this feels like a series finale to me.
Yeah.
Up until the fact that like, you know, the last scene, obviously at the last moment when Bev's like, let's go. We have things to do. But up until that, it's like everything happens, dude.
Yeah. It's her. She said something of like, you have to spread the gospel. It's like, oh God.
It's so creepy.
Yeah. Because my thought is, well, not everyone goes to church. So like, oh, they got to go kill.
That's the food.
Yeah, they got to go. Yeah, eat the rest of the Islanders, the ones that that won't revive because they don't have the vampire blood in them. So dark, and it's
Where do you hide? That's something. Where do you hide, dude?
Yeah, I mean, especially if they have this like ability to. I mean, if it's vampire, you would expect they would just like be able to figure out where you are, smell your blood,
feel it, or yeah, exactly. They're like drawn to you. So that's what I'm saying. It's like. This ends and thinking like, man, I would realistically probably be the guy. I don't know if I'd be here, but even if I wasn't, it's like, what would I do?
Yeah. Fucking Sturge would have had to come by and take a bunch of your guns. They'd be like, that Velchek will be a problem. He's got a bunch of guns.
I guess that's a one. I know it's not complaint, but like, if we're gonna have an honest conversation, this is absolutely, I know they're a small, cute town that loves each other, but this is a town with a lot of guns, you know? So I guess that I don't remember the last episode completely, but I don't think there's a lot of like people shooting, but there should have been.
Longstreet has multiple.
Yeah, true, but they got him quick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm saying somebody like I hope there should have been a scene where like a vampire is like heading towards somebody and the getting shot a lot and obviously doesn't really do much and then they just rip them apart. It just would have helped.
Yeah. I mean, I guess because I mean, there's elements of the finale that I remember, but there's a lot of pieces that are missing. So I'm excited to be able to watch that and experience it all anew.
I just remember the very end. I don't remember a lot of the details in the middle.
Oh, I mean, trust me, I remember Bev Keane. That's a moment that'll like stand out. I will always her pawn at the ground.
The ending. Yeah. Oh, that's I think maybe one of the greatest releases of tension I've ever felt because you build her up as such a villain. And she dies alone, begging and screaming. I mean, honestly, like I said, I think the first episode we did this, that to me is equal to porn. Like I like that is like, I couldn't think of a better resolution. That to me is one of those like lifetime in the making kind of things. Like that must have been, Flanagan must have had like a rough draft when they first wrote it, but that must have been from the very beginning. It's like, whatever happens, the one you hate the most will be alone, begging and screaming, digging into the ground. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So good. Well, I can't wait to be able to talk about that. That'll be episode 7. And obviously, since we just have the one episode remaining, it will be its own episode. We'll see. It might end up being a 40-minute episode. Who knows? We'll figure it out when we record it. But I'm excited to do that and finally finish up this Midnight Mass watch. Because I'll tell you one thing. It has been tough to just watch 2 episodes and then stop for a week. I'm not that guy. Like I started Stranger Things season 2 yesterday. I'm already on season 3 today because I've just had it on.
Listen, I there's a lot of people who say things I disagree with. And I will say one thing that I really love in the era of streaming, and I know it's not good for this, it's not good for this, fair enough, whatever, the world's ending anyway. I love the Netflix model. I want to choose the timing I watch something. I'm not, I don't give a shit. Like, oh, if it's week by week, it's in the pop culture zeitgeist. We get to discuss some more. It's like, I don't care about that at all.
Yeah.
Like that matter. Like, who cares? I feel like that sort of thing, that water cooler talk, like that doesn't exist anymore. You're pining for the past. And I listen, I was there for The Sopranos. I was there for Lost. I understand it. I would never go back to that. I love this model better. I will live and die by that. This is a better way to watch it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I mean, even Amazon does like weekly releases, and I'm very grateful that I usually get that stuff early so I can just batch watch it all. So, I didn't even think about that. I might be able to get Carrie early. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I think we've done it with episodes 4 or 5 and 6. Yeah. So join us for the finale next week. Can't wait. It should be a fun time. And we will also do an announcement for what the next series is that we're going to be watching. Not TV series. We'll be doing a horror movie series that you guys should be very excited for, because I know that there's been at least a couple comments of people hoping that we would cover this franchise. So I'm excited to get into that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. We will see you in the next one. Goodbye.